All right, welcome back to What's the Sweep. This is episode 4. I'm your host, Jonathan. With me this week is Jonathan Jr. and also Vanderson. This week's question is drip worth it? So obviously, I tell you, man, my drip is everlasting. I got the papers to back that thing up. I got the bust out. My thing glows in the dark. My thing. Obviously, designer labels, Gucci and that, one of them man saying.
No,
but
you're hard still.
Done on the thing. I see your cap. Still, I see your cap. My man even sees Vanderson's trim. Man came hard for this thing. But what you lot saying is drip worth it in terms of American football?
Yeah, definitely.
Why'd you say that?
Yeah, like, so you're telling me you're just gonna go out on the field with just no gloves, just shoulder pads and knee pads, and that's it.
Yeah, that's actually my whole career. No lie.
Damn.
No cap. I don't have no drip. Don't have gloves.
The same.
Yeah,
look good, play good.
Bruv,
look good, feel good, play good.
All right. So, what does drip look like for you two then?
Well, I mean, everybody like what they like. You feel me? So if you're playing in something that you think you look good, I mean, if you feel comfortable, you think you look good, then that's all that matters.
So, what about you then, Jonathan?
Yeah, something unique, something nice, something that makes you stand out a little bit. Maybe one arm sleeve, 2 arm sleeves, maybe some unique gloves or something. I don't know, maybe some leg pads, some different cleats, colors, something to make you stand out, really. I think it's important.
So do you think, like similar to what Vanderson says, look good, feel good?
Yeah. I think just like, if you know you look good, you're like, yeah, you feel within yourself, like, yeah, I can play good, like, just feel it in yourself.
So do you think that translates into actual game time? So when it comes down to it, you're actually going to perform?
Well, I think it depends on the person, because some people just be out here buying accessories for days and then playing a bench room. I feel I really took too much.
Yeah. Nah, but like Jonathan said, it do depend on the person. But like talking about like myself, like if I'm wearing something that like I feel good in, then like that'll translate on to like my game. But like everybody can have like a bad game. But like if you feel good, if you're comfortable in what you're in, like your game, like it just flows better. Like you just play better.
So are you saying that obviously you lot are saying you can have drip and whatever makes you feel good, play good? Do you think the same could be said for other people who may not be good players, but their drip is, on point?
I mean, I guess it boosts their confidence. Like it makes them happier, and so like if you're more confident, like you're most likely to like perform better.
Fair enough. So for you, Vanessa, what do you wear? You got hand warmers, your little calf. I don't even know what they are. What's thing you wear in your calves? Calf warmers. Let's go with that.
Calf warmers.
Yeah. Your little and your gloves. Is that enough drip for you, or do you think you need like armbands, bicep bands, all that kind of stuff? Eye black.
I feel like that's fine for me. Like I don't really wear too much. I just wear my hand warmer, my calf sleeves. I would buy like an arm sleeve, but then like I wouldn't wear it right now. Maybe in like this when the season starts, then I'd wear it. But like right now, you gotta save the best for last. So then like my cleats, since my favorite team, I changed the laces to red and blue for the Patriots. So I think that stood out. That was like unique. Nobody does that.
Yeah, that's not that's drip. That's what I would say is drip. Like that's nice.
So actually going back to Jonathan's point about being unique, do you think there can be like a model, so a guy who has this and this amount of whatever accessories, and you can put that across the whole team, and then you can cast everyone having drip, or does it have to be unique to the person?
Wait, what are you trying to say? Like
basically, I'm saying if all of you, so let's say the whole team now has the same accessories like headbands, bicep bands or this kind of thing, would you class that team as being drippy, or would you say it's only drippy when it's unique to you?
Nah, it's still drippy, I guess. Like, because you're still wearing something unique to like someone else, maybe like to the other team, maybe. Like, just I think if you're just looking different than what a standard player would look like with just shoulder pads and knee pads, then I think you can classify that as drip.
So you man are really say my thing's dead, yeah.
Nah, it's whatever works for you. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like
know
if
where
you say
black.
personal drip, then yeah, that's like personal. Like Kamara, he has like diamond
Teeth.
grows in, and that's like drip.
yeah, but then there's like Aaron Rodgers that just doesn't wear anything. Like he just
Exactly. He wears
just
one
plays.
strap on his helmet. Like
his little
That
chin
actually makes a
strap.
point. You've seen DK's mouth guard, right?
mm,
Yeah.
What do you not think about that?
yeah, that's nice. I'm trying to get one like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling that at all, bruv. Wise man got a
I
dummy.
think it's really different. Have you seen Benny Snell one, which is like something that like when he blows out of it like spins?
Yeah, spins. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's not too bad, but it reminds me of like those fidget spinners, which I just find annoying. Shall I tell you who was sick? Marshawn Lynch. Man came with, he had the same exact mouth guard you're talking about, but he had like teeth over it, he had grills, and then he had the gold-plated boots, which actually got banned for one game. This was years ago.
You know, like
thought
back
that
in
was
the
sick.
day, like Marvin Harrison, Randy Moss, like they used to play in Jordans. Like not cleats. Like they used to
Like
play
no
in Jordans.
cleats, just like Jordans.
Speaking of which, I do not like the Jordan cleats. I don't rate them.
That's funny. Like they just played in Jordans, like not even cleats, just Jordans.
No, but the turf was really like bad. Like
Yeah, it was like
2G.
yeah, 2G.
Yeah, it was like really, really, really like low.
So
It's like
speaking of history, I actually have some for you lot. So do you know why? So you two actually watch basketball. So in there, the head coaches have, you know, suits and smart attire. Do you know why in the NFL and college, none of them wear anything smart? They're always in tracksuits. So this is years ago. The NFL got sponsorship with Reebok. So Reebok was starting to do the clothing and so on. And then from there, Reebok made Reebok suits. I've seen some of them. They're disastrous. They're like absolute disasters. Complete shambles. So from there, instead, Reebok said, okay, instead, everyone who's going to be on the sideline, so that could be head coaches, positional coaches, water boys, and so on, they're all going to be in Reebok. So from there, everyone was just in Reebok and so on, went on to college. Then from there, they had Nike. And then that's why head coaches and so on have, like you'll see them come with like hoodies like this instead of a big suit like what you would see in NBA or even like MLB, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that kind of mentality is, not mentality, in that kind of where they change the dress code is done better for NFL or not?
Well, one point I can make is that like I think it was I think it was in the 90s or the 2000s, the NBA, like they made a rule that players can't come to games like wearing what they want.
Yeah,
They have to be smart. And like a lot of people said it was racist because like the commissioner said that they were dressing like gangsters and stuff like that, which is mainly like black people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what people were trying to say, that the commissioner of the NBA at the time was trying to say that like players were trying to dress like gangsters, or it's like a bad image for the league. But I mean, I don't really agree with it. Even like the coaches part, like I think the coaches part, it's like fair because like they don't have to wear like a big bulky suit for like 3 hours. It could just be like comfortable and like maybe like a t-shirt or like a hoodie, like something like comfy that they feel comfortable in.
No, I think like if the NFL wore suits, I think it'll be different. Like you're really on a field and you have to do like you're running up and down a lot. And imagine running up and down in some church shoes on a field, like kind of different.
So you're saying is quite practical for like NFL and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've obviously heard like, when you go for like jobs or interviews and so on, you want to dress smart so you look professional and like look like what you're doing, or look like you know what you're doing. Do you think that matters as much in the NFL, or do you think they should just carry on in like the tracksuits and so on?
As in the coaches?
Yeah.
No, I think tracksuits are appropriate. Like if team tracksuits are appropriate, I don't think because coaches are like much older, so I don't think they will be doing too much. Like, because some players like they rock up to games, you know, wearing like UV vests, like Westbrook. But yeah, no, I think for me personally, I think it's fine.
So what about someone like Sean McVay, who's like early 30s?
What,
Do you think he
the
can
LA
come
one?
back to? Yeah, the LA Rams coach.
I feel like if you think about it, like think about draft night. Like they all wear suits and like they're all looking like smart and stuff. But then like after like draft night, you don't really see players dressing like that fancy. Because I feel like in the sport world, like I guess the dress code isn't really to look smart, if that makes sense. Like most players, like they're wearing like tracksuits, like t-shirts.
It's more for like efficiency.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. This brings me to my other point. So obviously, like you lot said with like NBA and so on, they made them say you have to come dressing smart. But then what about players like Cam Newton, where he's just known for just dressing like a madman? Like, do you rate that?
I mean, that's your own style.
It's his drip.
Yeah.
With his funny hats.
So let's say you had Cam Newton on your team, yeah, and he came to a game rocked up in one of them mad outfits. Are you saying hold tight, or are you gonna roast him?
Nah, like if it's funny, like I'll roast them as like a joke. Like I'll roast them as like a joke. But like it's their opinion. Like they could wear what they want. Like it's not gonna phase me or anything. But like maybe just joke around a little bit. Like
yeah. But some people like they say like he would show up what Cam Newton's wearing, and then like they would perform bad in that game. Then they'll be like, "Yo, it's because you're wearing that outfit to game," and then they'll just get roasted with that.
Actually, I think this was like 2 weeks ago. Did you see what Teddy Bridgewater rolled up to in his interview post game?
No.
He was wearing an official's jersey, and they asked him like, "Oh, why?"
Oh
you
yeah,
like
because he works at Foot Locker. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said he works at Foot Locker, and like the other guys are doing better jobs, so he needs to find another revenue for income. So, do you think stuff like that is like good for like the sport in terms of entertainment?
Yeah. He made like that interview, like it went viral. And of course, like it got the NFL the views. That's all they care about at the end of the day. Views equals money.
So going back to my point about sponsorship and why Nike and so on are with NFL and so on, do you think other like big franchises like NBA or MLB or NHL or so on should follow that kind of thing, or should they carry on with their smart look?
I think some players are already doing that. Like in the NBA, players are rocking up really how they really want to games. Like if you're in the game, then you have to dress smart. Like if you're not playing on the sideline, but if you're coming to game, you can basically wear what you want most of the time. Like Ja Morant, he just wears tracksuits all the time, and then you have someone like Russell Westbrook wearing crazy outfits. So yeah, I think the league should allow it.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I'll finish. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but I saw like an NBA post like 2 days ago. And I think they said like coaches and people on the sideline, they're gonna like minimize like how smart they have to wear. So if they want to wear like more casual clothes, I think they were gonna change the rule. But I don't know if I'm right. I just saw it like a couple of days ago.
So obviously at the top level, so still going with NFL, the coaches are allowed to wear obviously sports clothing, same with like the players and so on when they go to games. But when you take it down to NCAA, when they go into like away games and so on, they all show up in suits and that kind of thing. Do you think that kind of thing is fair?
I know that like I don't know, but like do they have to wear it, or is it like a team decision?
They have to.
They have to wear it, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand because they want to like show like, we look smart, like we're we're well dressed and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have an issue. I guess like you're still like you're representing the school, so I guess they're just trying to like show that because you're representing NCAA and then you're representing like the school. So I guess like the NBA, they're trying to like dress formally to like just show like we look smart and things like that for like the people that are watching it, give a good impression, I guess.
Yeah, but if you see your idols and they're like in tracksuit bottoms, in trainers, going to play games where they're getting paid millions, and you're just there for education and so on, do you not think they should all be doing like the similar thing? Like, if you see, if I'm now seeing Cam again in some mad thing, and I have to shop in, like Jonathan said, in church shoes and a tie and that, what kind of mentality do you think that it would give to the players?
True.
Maybe like, but you would think about your side. Like you have to. I think it's important to like know how to dress smart, because if you keep rocking up in, I don't know, tracksuits and stuff like that, and you don't like get to wear suits enough, then you'd be like, oh, like I have to go to an interview or have draft night, and then like it's one of the first times I'm wearing a suit, so it's kind of like off. But I think it's right. I don't think it's that bad that NFL players get to wear what they want and UNC will have to wear suits. I think it's reasonable enough.
So going back to the original question, yeah. So you said obviously play good, look good, and all that kind of stuff. If you've got some dead uniform, do you think you're going to play good?
Yeah, you can play good. I mean, you
might
not feel good, but it just depends on the person. Like I'm not gonna like say like for example, if you can be a team that has like a nice sponsor, you have like all the gear, everything, and then there could be another team that they might not have like all the gear and all the sponsor that you have. They could still play way better than you and beat you. So I feel like it's just like if you can get it, but if you can't get it, don't like stress about it and think it's like
yeah. I think it's about like mentality of players. Like if they're really here to just look good and not perform good, then what's the point of you really being on the field? Because like that one friendly game we had, like Renegades was wearing some trash uniforms, and then we upgraded to some Nike ones. Then my guy, like them uniforms that were not it.
Exactly, rags to riches, literally.
So the reason why I said that is because obviously NFL has a mad amount of uniforms, and obviously they switch every year. But one I think hurts my eyes every single year is the Steelers throwback with the little bumblebee thing. I think that's the worst, one of the worst ones.
Ugly.
So if you look at your teammate, you're like, oh, your thing is dead, mate. Come on. So that's what I'm saying. Do you think in that game your confidence will be where it should be if you're like, oh, like I'm in this dead thing, but these men are wearing this, and this?
I kind of understand that, because they might be thinking like, oh, like this is ugly, or like I don't like what I'm wearing. Like they wearing the nice thing, I'm wearing this. But then again, like in the game, like you shouldn't let that affect you, because like at the end of the day, you're there to win and not there to like look good. Like I said, like it's like a thing that like if you can get it, you get it. But then if you don't, like you just work what you have. You work with what you have. Like you don't let it hold you back or like keep you from doing your best.
So Jonathan, you're a Chiefs fan. Vanessa, you're a Patriots fan. Do you like your team's uniforms?
Yeah.
Including the color rushes.
Yeah. My favorite one is the all red one. That one goes hard. Like
that's the color rushes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what they played against Bears. Yeah.
Wait, let me see what our color rush is. I haven't even seen it.
I think I might have it here actually still.
I think it's all white.
Because I'm I was about to say Raiders. I was like, there's no way. Ravens fan. And our color rush, I think, is a mad thing, the all purple one.
Or is it? Oh, I thought it was the all black one.
Oh,
That's the alternative.
Oh yeah.
So this is actually
You're a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah, he has a Ravens hat.
Yeah, my thing 30. But sticking with the NFL, going on to a different side of drip. So this is in 2012 season when the 49ers were going to the Super Bowl with, oh crap, I was going to say Cam Newton. That's all this in my head.
Garoppolo.
No, there's, when did he, oh no, 2012, this is before him.
Oh,
with Kaepernick. So in one of the games, Frank Gore had his socks like down by his ankles, and the NFL fined him for uniform violation, $10.5K. Do you think something like that is worth it?
Nah. See, I understand that there's policies and like procedures and everything, so I get like the NFL's behalf, but like the rule itself, like I personally don't really agree with it. Cause like, what's the rule? You can't show your legs at all. Like your legs have to be covered, either like socks, tights, or something. But like, I don't really see like what the matter is. Like your legs have.
Yeah, like I don't see the problem.
Yeah. Like,
so do you think there should be uniform violations? Fines, for violations.
Oh yeah, if you wear, I don't know, like something like crazy, something like extreme, or like something inappropriate or something like that. And yeah, like they should deal with it like with fines or like suspension or whatever they deal with it. But like if you just have your socks down, I don't think you should be fined like $10K. Like,
yeah.
So I've got some facts. So that was an NFC Championship game. That game, Frank Gore made $29K. So almost half of the money he got from the game went to fines.
Wow.
So
crazy.
They finessed him a little bit still. But
That's
I'm going to go back to your point that you just said, Vanessa, a little bit. But a few years ago, OBJ got done for not having knee pads in. No, his thighs were too high.
Oh yeah.
And then his excuse was, they're not big enough to really protect me from an ACL injury and that kind of stuff. And obviously he's got one now, even though he was wearing it. Do you think things like that is like a smart thing to do?
Well, I guess they're trying to like protect the players by telling them to wear like their pants long enough to cover their knees. But like you said right now, even though he was wearing it and covering it, it didn't really like protect him.
I think like if the rules, like if you're violating rules that are actually meant to help you, like health and safety, like let's say shoulder pads or like I don't know, if a back play was necessary and you're not wearing one and stuff like that, then that's acceptable. Then that's violations. But like small stuff like socks or like showing your like skin or something, then I think that's just doing too much, really.
So let's go back to Vanessa's point about wearing something inappropriate. So a few seasons ago, D tackle Cam Hayward for the Steelers, he got fined for wearing eye black. So just in case you don't know, eye black is usually worn to stop light reflecting from your cheek to your eyes. But on his eye black, he put Ironhead, which is the nickname of his dad, who also played in the NFL during October, which is when they do Cancer Month. And the NFL said he's not allowed to wear anything that's not sanctioned by them. So even though he was trying to commemorate his father who had died and also played in NFL, they had fined him for that. Do you think things like that is fair?
No, come on.
Because it's not like, I feel like that's not like the inappropriate that I meant. Like he's trying to he's trying to play in remembrance of like his dad and things like that. And like obviously the NFL, they said you can't wear anything that we haven't like said you could. But I don't feel like they should have fined him for that. Because it's not like he wasn't doing it with the intent of like any harm or like anything like that. Like, it wasn't that serious.
It's obviously, you said it's not inappropriate, but the NFL deems it as inappropriate. Do you think they should continue to do that?
I think maybe like they should allow you to reach out to them and then ask them about something, they'll be like, "Oh, would you allow me just for this game to wear this and this, or like put the eye black on or stuff like that?" And then if they allow it, then I think just for one game, and if it has like actual remembrance and something to do with it, then I think they should allow it. But if it's just something ridiculous that they want to wear, then what's the point?
Perfect setup. So my next example is just that exact reason. So D'Angelo Williams, he used to wear, I think it was pink boots, or something like that. But he wanted to wear pink after the month of October, which is what they do for breast cancer awareness and so on, or cancer awareness in general. So can he wear pink for the rest of the season to commemorate his mum who had died from breast cancer? And they said, nah, he's not allowed. So he'd been to the NFL, asked them if he could wear it, and they said, nah. What do you lot think about that then?
I mean, if they said no, like again, that's like your job, and then the NFL are like basically like your boss. So I mean, if they say no, then it's no. But I just think it's like quite unfortunate because like he's doing it same way as Cam Jordan. Like they're doing it in remembrance of like a loved one. So like I don't see the issue, and I don't see why NFL wouldn't allow it. But
Yeah.
I guess like at the end of the day, they do basically like technically work for the NFL. So if they don't agree with something, then they have to follow the rules that they put in place.
I think also like a lot of players would be onto it. Like if one player like got to wear pink cleats for the rest of the season, maybe other players would have something as well. They'd be like, "Oh, let me do it." And then because they allowed one player, why can't they allow another player? So then they would have to allow other players. I know. I think there's another awareness for like wearing green boots as well. I forgot what the awareness was.
Army.
Yeah. So like, do you just have maybe too many players wearing pink and green boots because they want to remember something? So also like, it's good for control. They're doing it for like specific time.
So that point is good.
What's the rule for dark visors? Because I see some players wearing
In the NFL, you're allowed them. In BAFTA, you're not. I would say mostly because NFL, obviously, they have professional like physios and so on, where BAFTA game. So last time I checked, for university level, you just need someone who's first aid trained. So all three of us could literally go to BAFTA game, and that's all you would need. And that's it. Well, obviously, NFL, you have like physios, you have doctors on site. They can even get x-rays in the stadium, that kind of thing. That's why they usually. So anytime you're allowed to wear it in BAFTA is if you have an eye prescription. But going back to actually Jonathan's point, so obviously these athletes are on TV, they're big on social medias and that kind of thing. So they're seen as people who get seen as everyday or even role models. So as a role model, do you think it's bad for you not to say, okay, I want to support this good cause or I want to support this and this, but the job that you're doing says no?
If you look at like Colin Kaepernick, like what he did, even though he started like the movement of taking the knee during the protest, and even though the NFL labeled it as wrong and you shouldn't do that, and a lot of people are angry at him for doing that, I feel like he still used like his platform to like get a message across that like he wasn't disrespecting anyone or he wasn't saying that he hates the country and the flag. He was just protesting for something which he thought was right and that a lot of people have been damaged by or like even lost their lives, like you guys have seen recently, like BLM. But yeah, like they could use their platform, even though other people like the NFL, even though they may say it's wrong, he still used his platform to like spread a lot of awareness and tell a lot of people like why he did what he did and what the purpose was.
I also feel like if celebrities and athletes already use their page, like, and they can't wear a specific piece of clothing in the game, they can do it like come in 2 games. I've seen many players do it like come in 2 games trying to wear something because they can't wear it in game. So they will just like have fits, they'll have awareness to something going to the game. So they still get aware and they still get seen, but they don't get seen in the game, but still like connected to the NFL and they can't really say too much about it.
So on both your points, so with Kaepernick, because he, chose to say, okay, I want to stand for this cause. He lost his job. And on your point, Jonathan, you can wear it to like the game or outside of the game, but majority of the time where people are going to see you is in the game. So that's where you're going to get much like a spotlight. Most people don't watch post-game interviews or you walk into the stadium. So do you think all that kind of stuff, you shouldn't be put at risk because of your drip?
You saying get put at risk because of the drip?
Yeah. So because you want to wear like pink for cancer awareness, your job should be at risk.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think if it's something reasonable, like that's is awareness and people like around the world celebrate it, then I don't think that should be a big issue. I don't think that should be something about losing your job to. And going to like BLM, then like many people have different views on it. So I think that's more of a political view, and I think that's something. If it's something political, then you might have to keep it out of the work scene. But if it's a good cause, then you can definitely put it into the work because it's not affecting the work scene.
A lot of players, they also wear like custom cleats. So maybe they have like a message or like a certain image on it. So I guess I don't know if the NFL has banned any yet. I'm not sure.
No, because actually at the Big Kid office, we've got the boots that FA wore, which are Big Kid colors and have our sign on it as well.
Yeah, I don't think they've banned those. So I guess that's like one of the possible like options they have to like maybe get a message across or like honor a loved one or like honor maybe a cause that they're trying to fight for. So yeah.
Cool. I think that's perfect. We're going to end it here. Thank you again to Jonathan Van Nisten, and we'll see you again in the next episode.